What's up YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here and I'm back with our TCG online match for you guys. This time around I'm gonna check out a deck that I haven't reviewed yet. It's the Manectric Kyurem deck and it's doing incredibly well at cities at the moment. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the deck, we're gonna go to Deck Manager first to explain the deck a bit before we play with it. And I haven't played a single game with it yet. It's the first time that I'm gonna test it out. So Manectric Kyurem, this is the Pokemon list I decided to come up with. It's also some friends helped me out with this. So alright, we have a 3-2 line of the Mega Manectric. Usually some people like to run more like a 4-3 line or maybe a 3-3 line, but Manectric is the heart and core of the deck. If you don't know what Manectric does, I already have an episode about Manectric out there, so check that out if you haven't already. So the reason it's so good is that it attacks for only 2 energies and it hits really hard. So other things we can mention here is the Kyurem is in this deck, the Plasma Kyurem. Usually this card is a bit slow and on the rather slow side, but with the Manectric we can build it up and use Blizzard Burn, 120 damage, and that destroys Dolphin for sure because it has weak to water. Also there's a Black Kyurem in here with Black Ballista, dealing 200 damage, basically destroying every EX out there. Because we can attach a muscle band, so we can basically destroy everything if we want to. And the downside is that we have to discard 3 energies, but we can set them up once again with Manectric. So a really great card. I don't use it that often, but still Black Kyurem EX can deal a decent amount of damage, 200 nevertheless. Then there's one Terrakion in here just because a lot of things are weak to fighting at the moment. So if you're facing another Manectric in the format, you can just swipe him away with Retaliate, the good old Terrakion. So the energy line will be something like this. You can change it up to your taste if you want to. I run like 6 lightning, 6 water, and a fighting energy. Fighting energy is of course for Terrakion. Other than that, it's just Kyurem, Black Kyurem EX, and Manectric are basically the main attackers. And usually Manectric is the main attacker because that one wants to pump up damage really fast during the beginning of the game and then charge up some Kyurems and stuff. It's really a decent deck if I say so myself, and even the Kyurems don't take up 2 prize cards. So for the ace pack card, I'd go for Computer Search. It's the most consistent one. Then 2 energy switch. You can also switch around the energies once you use the Turbo Volt, or it's just actually called Turbo Volt, or yeah, it's Turbo Bolt. Yeah, that's what I thought. Of Mega Manectric, you get energies into play. With energy switch, we can switch them around. Then we have Enhanced Hammer. Yeah, this is really great to disrupt your opponent with special energies. Dolphin uses strong energies. A lot of decks uses DCEs, and yeah, Rainbow energies are still around with the Fairy deck. So Enhanced Hammer, really great card all around. Then we have Escape Rope, a really neat way to switch around, and even though we have the Manectric, which has free retreat, it gives us actually the opportunity to have something great going on like this. Also, the thing you should notice is that with Escape Rope, your opponent also switches out bench Pokemon, but it's his choice or her choice. Then 2 Max Potions. I think this is really decent to heal up the damage, because if we discard them, we heal up the damage, get out the Mega Manectric, and just get our energies back that way. Then there's 2 Professor's Letter. Since this deck does need a couple of energies in play, discarding them and using them later on, I think it's a really great method to get them in the discard pile. Then there's 2 switches, 2 Tool Retrievers. Usually people will say, why do you use Tool Retriever? The reason for that is that a lot of people are playing Headringer. For those of you that aren't familiar, Headringer, it's a really annoying card that makes Manectric EX a bit, yeah, actually really terrible if Headringer is attached to it. So it makes it so you need an extra energy to attack. So usually Manectric attacks really fast, turn 2, turn 3 at maximum. And with Headringer, this is really terrible that way. With Tool Retriever, we can also get the Manectric Spirit Link card over our Mega Manectric and then attach a Muscle Band to deal more damage. Okay, for search consistency for the Pokemon, we have, we're going back, we have 3 Ultra Ball, really great all around. Then we have 2 VS Seeker. You cannot play a deck without VS Seeker, it's really great, it lets you reuse your supporters. Then we have 2 Colress, 2 Lysander, really great card, I love Lysander, it's a strategic card like that. Then we have 3 N, 4 Juniper, and 3 Skyla. The reason you want to run Skyla in this deck is just this card. Manectric Spirit Link card, you want to get this out as fast as possible, and Skyla helps you out with that. You can search out a trainer card, and that way you can possibly evolve on turn 2 and get your Mega Manectric into play, because that one has a ton of HP, free retreat, and gets energies out of our discard pile. Yeah, and then 3 Muscle Bands, why not, for the raw power. Alright, that's it for the deck analysis for now, and now we're just gonna do a random match. Let's see what opponent waits us on the other side of the world. It's the first time I'm gonna test out the Manectric Kyurem deck, so hopefully it'll be a great skilled opponent. I predict Metal deck coming up, so we'll see how it fares against that. Okay, I can start, and I will definitely start first, since yeah, that's the great way to do it. Oh no, I start with Terrakion. This is not the greatest start in the world. However, we are not weak to water, we are weak to grass. So we're facing Seismitoad. So the thing is that Seismitoad will be using certain stuff to prevent us from playing items. So we are gonna do this. Yes. We're gonna get out. Let's see, we can search our deck. Definitely a Manectric here. Yes. And what else can we do? You can also build up a regular Kyurem on the bench. It looks like Black Kyurem is priced. There are some decent stuff in here. We have the switches, so we don't want to attach energies to our Terrakion, since that one won't be doing anything. So we're just gonna go for the method, like we're gonna attach an energy to the Manectric. We're using the Skyla for the Spirit Link card, because once our opponent uses like a Red Ringer, we're totally screwed. So Manectric Spirit Link card like that, and next turn we're gonna use the N, which is the remaining card of our hand, and the energy will go to the Manectric. That way our Manectric is ready to evolve, and the only thing we will need is a switch. So not the greatest start around, we have Terrakion. Although Terrakion can be a decent wall, it has 130 HP, and wow, we're facing a Toxicroak. Wow, never faced that one before. This one has had the attack triple poison. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned, put 3 damage counters it instead of 1 on that Pokemon. So it's basically like you don't need the Verbank City Gym, but if you have the Verbank City Gym, it's 6 damage counters. We'll see how it fares. It's basically the Seismitoad deck, I believe. You see that he discarded the Enhanced Hammer. A thing to notice is that I don't run any special energies, so that is great. He also uses the Sycamore. Because he uses Stellar Guidance, the ability from Jirachi. A great thing is that Jirachi can be an ideal catcher target. Okay, we have a Black Kyurem, or just a regular Kyurem, that is. We're gonna attach the energy to the Manectric, why not? And now we're gonna use N. The thing we hope for is a switch, of course, or an escape rope. That will be fine, and looks like we don't have anything of those. You can, however, use the Skyla later on to get it. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it at that, and we'll see how it turns out. So no item luck yet. Hopefully he doesn't have a switch, or otherwise he can be starting like, how is it called? The triple poison. Oh no, our Manectric Spirit Link card has seen the discard. Okay, we can use Juniper and hope we get a switch, but instead of that, I think, I'm not certain yet, but I will go for another Spirit Link card, maybe. Can go for another Spirit Link card, but we do, however, want to get the damage output on the field as fast as possible. So the thing I'm gonna do is here get a switch, definitely. I don't like to play like risky moves, so we're gonna use the Skyla right here. And we're gonna use the Escape Rope. Escape Rope will let us opponent switch around a Pokemon. If he uses Toxicroak, it's great. If he uses Jirachi, he will die. So that'll be great. Escape Rope will let us switch to our Manectric, no problem. So he switches to his Jirachi, which is ideal for us. The only thing that is missing here is that we don't have, as you see, if your opponent has a tool card attached, it deals 60 more damage. So maybe I should have gone for just the regular, what's it called? Yeah, the regular switch, but anyway, doesn't matter. We can do some stuff here. We're gonna attach the Fighting Energy to our Terrakion, definitely, because that one will retaliate later on. And another Manectric on the bench, just because if we get head ringed, we can just get the hell out of here. And for now, instead of using like the laser, we're just gonna use Overrun. Overrun will let us deal 20 damage to one of his Pokemon right there. And let's see if we can count the damage correctly. 120, 140, we are still running short on the damage. 120, 140 with the Muscle Band, and 20 on his remaining Pokemon, so that's not enough. So let's just go for the Assault Laser. Yeah, why not? If we can knock out this Jirachi later on, that will be neat. And we can use the Overrun later on, twice maybe, who knows. As I said, it's not the greatest setup, but it's just showing the deck in action. This is the first time I'm playing with it, so. And it's against yeah, kind of a troll deck with Toxicroak right there. Maybe I should have gone just for the 120 damage on the Seismitoad. That way I could set him up, but still, there wasn't anything I could do about it. he will have this. He has the switch anyway. Okay, there's a Zubat coming up, so this is like a Crobat deck. Neat. Triple poison. Okay, we are poisoned. The thing we need is a Manectric Spirit Link card. Definitely. We will attach a Lightning Energy to Manectric. There we go. A Muscle Band to the... I think we're gonna go for this Manectric. And hopefully we can get a Spirit Link card. Otherwise we'll be totally screwed, I believe. We have the Spirit Link card, so... but we don't have the Mega Manectric. Not decent enough. Okay. Thing I'm gonna do... he will be able to deal 80 damage later on. Huh. Maybe we can retreat. Maybe. But then we won't be able to deal damage. But anyway, we can attack with the other Manectric. The thing I'm gonna do is retreat for sure. Gonna go for the other Manectric right there. Only one retreat cost. It's amazing. I know. Spirit Link card goes to this Manectric. We don't want Headringers messing around with the strategy. Max Potion can be used. But we'll wait with that. We also have another Manectric here. I'm not gonna bench it right now. I'm gonna give the Muscle Bands to maybe Terrakion. Terrakion will be dealing a decent amount of damage with that. And if he uses like... if he knocks some of my Pokemon out, 110 damage is really, really amazing. But Max Potion we can save, and now we're just gonna use Overrun. And next turn this Jirachi will die as well. So, we're gonna go for that for now. See how it turns out. There's a Golbat. We see damage counters dropping up. There's 2 damage counters if he evolves, so if he evolves to the Crobat, it's 3 damage counters. I explained the deck as well in episode 90, check that out. It's 3 fun decks of, yeah, for cities. Yeah, we'll see how this deck of my opponent turns out. Triple poison once again. Okay. 140 damage. The thing we want to do is dealing more damage than that. Think we can destroy this one, however, and he doesn't have any energies. That is decent. And the Assault Laser, if your opponent active Pokemon has a tool card attached to it, it deals like 120 damage. 120 damage with my Muscle Band will knock this one out. I think we're gonna go for that route. Gonna waste a Water Energy on this Manectric. If he gets knocked out, it doesn't really matter. We can use Max Potion later on, and I think we're not gonna use the N, we're gonna use the Skyla here. And Skyla... we can also go for the Tool Retriever. Nah, that's not what we wanna do. We have the Enhanced Hammer, but my opponent doesn't seem to have stuff in his hand. Okay, let's see. We have the Switch. Switch could be decent. Ultra Ball, Professor's Ladder, VS Seeker. I think we're gonna go for Muscle Band. Nah, we're gonna go for the Ultra Ball. Maybe we can get out our Mega Manectric later on. But we're just gonna leave it. We're not gonna play it. And Assault Laser will destroy this Toxicroak and send him to the discard pile. So hard hitting Manectric. You don't even need to Mega Evolve. We do have the Enhanced Hammer, so... and we see our opponent can maximum deal 30 damage, and with poison calculated like in there. Oh no, I forgot the Crobats. See, but I don't think he top decked that Crobat probably. I don't think he has the DCE in hand. So Manectric receiving a ton of damage. There's not a Verbank City Gym in place. That is awesome. And here is where the Max Potion shines out. We're just gonna retreat. There we go. Gonna go for a Water Energy, why not? There will be discarded anyway, so Max Potion turns around the game for me. Poof. Yes, and with Ultra Ball we're gonna discard a Manectric. I believe we're also gonna destroy a Water Energy once again. And Ultra Ball will get us the Mega Manectric EX, the most powerful one of our deck. Not the most powerful one, but the one with the most HP and the best stats all around. So another Lightning Energy goes to my Mega Manectric. We can actually destroy an EX. We can use destroy that Jirachi because that Crobat is pretty much useless. But we're just gonna... yeah, maybe we can do that. Maybe. Huh. We only need 2 prizes, so I don't really want to waste my resources on destroying a Crobat. Gonna destroy that Jirachi. Yeah. And Turbo Bolt. Way too much damage on that Jirachi. Will give us Water Energy and a Water Energy. There we go. There are 2 energies, so Kyurem will love those. So that's why the deck, how it functions, it shows it really well. I was hoping that my opponent played a better deck, but it also shows that fun decks aren't the top tier decks. This is actually a top tier deck. It's doing really well at cities. Test it out if you haven't already. Maybe you can just copy my deck list and change it to your own preferences. So I really love the deck. It's with Manectric. It has Kyurem, it has Terrakion, lots of options available. So our Terrakion is sitting on the bench waiting to deal a ton of damage with Retaliate. And there comes the Sycamore. Wow, this Crobat can deal like a ton of damage, really. A Muscle Band, crazy. But it will be knocked out anyway. We can use Colress, we can use N. Oh, my opponent conceded, so thanks a lot everyone for watching another TCG online match. I'll be sure to have a lot more TCG matches for you guys soon to test out new decks, and the upcoming top tier decks will be reviewed on the channel as usual. So as I said, thanks again for watching, but before we go, I just want to buy one of those packs because yeah, why not? You guys deserve to see a random opening. But this will be the last one from Phantom Forces. Then we'll just save up our coins to get the cards for our next set, the Primal Clash. If you haven't checked it out, check out episode 91 because there I reviewed the entire set with a good friend of mine, Miapan. Okay, what do we get? We get a Lysander's Trump card and a Diggersby. Dope. Yeah. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace.